Hey everyone! Lara Joseph here at the Animal Behavior Center. It is a warm one here in Northwest Ohio, so I'm not sure what the temperature got up to today. Something like 87, 88 and high humidity. I will take Arizona 100-degree weather anytime over this. So, thanks Mom for moving me to Northwest Ohio. Anyways, so we have this beautiful, hey Kim, we have this beautiful willow tree. There's so many beautiful trees here around the center, and it's one of the reasons why, Eva, it's one of the reasons why we picked, well, besides this awesome, beautiful building, it had a lot to do with why we picked this place to start the Animal Behavior Center. It's surrounded with a million trees and different kinds of trees. So I thought, instead of just showing you what we did with the willow tree, Willie, next to the willow tree, we trimmed it today. Well, we didn't. Somebody came in and trimmed it for us today. And I went out and said, hey Stacy, Janine, Dana, yeah. So my husband, I drive him nuts because I'm like, don't throw that away. Wait. So, for those involved in enrichment, it's just, I mean, we have Katie Masters here. She's our enrichment coordinator. We're designing an enrichment program, and it's just, some of it can be simple, some of it can be really creative. We do a lot of enrichment here to help in our modifying behavior, our behavior modification plans. So, yay, Willie, she's stationing on my head. Like how that happens. Cello! Milo! Enrichment for Milo too. Yes, Milo's like, what? Let's see. So anyways, let me turn this around because I'm going to show you. I forget some of the things we did here at the center because we did it 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, whatever. So Willie's still stalking the tree trimmers even though they left about 15 minutes ago. So I'm going to show you some of the things we do here. We do intentionally plant things inside here. If, God forbid, we have to cut down a tree, I try to save it and replant the dead tree in here. I did that once. A beautiful tree I replanted. Kelly! Hey, I was just talking about you yesterday. Hey, Sandy, Amber. Sandy and I are supposed to be at Indian Creek Zoo right now. We'll try that again tomorrow. Anyways, positive reinforcement. Sam's taking Sandy to the zoo today. Positive reinforcement for attending the meeting today. Anyways, let me turn the camera around and show you some of the things we did. We believe in natural enrichment, but natural enrichment, my philosophy only, is not enough. If you're keeping an animal in captivity, under managed care, whatever you want to call it, natural enrichment is not enough. Because there's no way I can compete with the world. I try my hardest, I set my standards high, but there's no way. So I better be implementing other types of enrichment, such as training. That's not natural enrichment for a wild animal. Such as we make all kinds of foraging toys here. And let me just turn this around. Hey, there's one for a pig, and there's one for a pigeon. Hey, Cello, speak of the devil. Monique. Rachel. So anyways, let me show you some of the things. I forget some of the things we did here. Okay, so obviously my prized possessions are the banana trees, banana plants. We've got 3 of them. And people are like, how do you prevent dogs from eating them or the pig from eating them? Milo has not yet sampled the taste of a banana plant. So I try my heart. I don't care if he eats the grass. That's a natural enrichment we planted in here for numerous reasons. And this not only is an aviary, it is also a center where we train all kinds of animals, all kinds. And the lemur we are getting ready to bring out here, but only once we have her recall trained and fluent with resistance on the end of a leash. Anyways, so we planted the grass. The reason I chose grass was I did have a former aviary, and we contemplated turning this all into concrete. We contemplated stone. I know food drops in stone, roaches can infest the stone. So, and I know there's different ways to, hey Monique, I got Molly the lemur coming right up, just for you, Monique. Anyways, what was I saying? We chose not to go with the stone. We chose not to go with concrete for the pads of feet for God knows what animals we bring in here. Hey, there's a big black bear in the bush. Let's go look. It's the big black bear in the bush. Anyways, so we planted the grass because Sylvia! Yes, the grass is great. The dogs can run around in it. The pig can root in it. What else? If we have one bird here that's not flighted, so if he falls, he has a nice cushiony fall. That was our concern with the concrete, even though he's got concrete in his cage. But out here, he's got a 30-foot drop. Anyways, so we didn't know what animals, and we still have no idea what animals will come in and out of here. So let me take you through and show you things we've done on purpose. Banana plants on purpose. This is a type of bamboo. Sandy and I were just sitting here talking about it today because it has engulfed my octopus tentacle. We need to get that back out here. And we're gonna put bamboo in here. But anyways, this bamboo, it's pretty thin. I mean, it's pretty, but we can cut it. No, that's pretty hard. We can cut it, but this also provides shade to the animals and for the fish. But we are gonna cut, we will, at the end of the year, we do cut down this bamboo and stick it in as enrichment for different types of animals. This bamboo, I'm gonna tell you, is pretty invasive. I don't know what kind it is. In the fall, it gets little white flowers and bees galore. But look how much, I don't know if you guys remember last year, this is what? We're not even June yet, and this is just, this used to be planted outside. It was here when we bought the place. So it is now invading the inside, and we're gonna let it invade a little bit. It's starting to invade our pond. But we don't mind because we've cut that down and we'll use it for different types of enrichment for the animals. Let me show you over here. I got a lot to show you guys. I didn't realize how much I had. So we trimmed up this willow branch, and I'm out there inspecting, and I'm like, I want that branch right there. And they're like, what makes you pick a branch? How the branches are, I just try to think like how a macaw would think. I liked this little twist here. And I can put a screw in the end here and attach it to the side of the cage. This may stay out in the aviary for a little bit. I'm probably going to find a way to hang this week. Wonder if you could grow a coconut palm tree. Well, Kelly, that would be awesome. We did just put heaters in here this winter. And so Kelly doesn't live too far north of me, but anyways, I said that because I'm going to talk about our winters here. You know, our winters can get sub-zero here. I don't know how much it would cost because we had a very gentle winter this past year, but I'm going to tell you what, you shut these roofs, was that a word, roofs, and turn on these heaters. I think when it was like, hey, Milo, come here. Milo, keep coming. Good boy. I just said that because he's getting close to the banana plant. I didn't think he was going to eat it, but not taking a chance. Once an animal learns something, they can't unlearn it. So anyways, when it got around, what, 25, 30 degrees in here, I don't know if any of the volunteers are on here, we turn on these heaters, and with 10 minutes, you are sweating, literally sweating. So I don't know, would we be able to grow a coconut tree in here, Kelly? I'm not sure. I'd love to. So anyways, we are going to hang this out here in the center first. We'll let the animals eat all the greenery off of it. In about a week, we'll want to cut some of these smaller branches off with the greenery on it. And then it's going to become a perch that we probably hang in here. Let's see. Does not look like bamboo we have out west here, but yes, bamboo is invasive. Yep, we are keeping that because you see we have our afternoon sun that Willie is soaking in, and there's our willow tree there. It gives us our afternoon shade, and this gives us our afternoon shade. But Indian Creek Zoo came here about 2 years ago and also gave us this. Check out this gargantuous grape vine that runs through probably half of the inside of the center. So that is for primarily birds, definitely not limited to. I guarantee you there's going to be a lemur on it soon. So anyways, we did that branch primarily for the bird here that cannot fly, so he can get around the center. Let's see, we have a lot of different perches here. We have some like PVC perches. Part of this was donated to us by the awesome Deb Jones. Anyways, we have perches here because we don't want birds on windows, because a bird lands here, so we try to make the windows as unattractive as possible as far as landing on it, because if a hawk comes down it can still do some damage. See, look at some of these awesome trees we have here. Anyways, so we put perches next to windows so birds can fly and still get the reinforcer for wanting to be near the window. Here we've made, this is Willie's tea, or her station. This is made out of, looks like a pine tree, that's right. We cut a few pine trees down out back. One of the volunteers put a handle on it for us. That's a Christmas tree base. This is her station, where we teach her to fly there when people come in the front door. So easier to train an animal what to do versus what not to do. What not to do would be attacking people's heads. So she's reinforced for stationing here. We have run out of volunteers to give that a try. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Anyways, we had a plumber come through here, and he had all this extra, I don't know, plumbing pipe. Anyways, he screwed it together for me with, where is it? How did he do that? I don't remember. This was last year. Looking for where it comes together. Well, oh well. It's some kind of metal latch. Anyways, we attached eye screws and chain, and then these were donated to us by Deb Jones again. That's chain underneath those PVC pipes, so the PVC is there so the animals, no matter what type of animal it is, doesn't get toes caught in the chain. We do that a lot at Nature's Nursery for the wildlife as well. Okay, all kinds of branches for toys, yes. Karen's on here. Anyways, I took one of the branches and put it on here for Cello, the pigeon. Let's see, what other, oh, this is one thing I wanted to show you guys. And remind me, I will show you once we get back into the animal room too. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a PVC square. I did that on purpose because we shove branches in those ends and in the tops. We do this with our play gyms. Let's see, what else do we have here, guys? What am I not seeing that I'm just so used to seeing? I was talking to Sandy about this today. We have a hanging garden, and that is dead right now. There was some strawberries in here, so we are going to plant some different fruits and vegetables in there. Cello and Rico fly in there all the time. We talked today about putting a small concrete area up over there to plant some, so we can start planting our own. We live in a greenhouse and we can't plant our own fruits and vegetables. I wonder why. Let's see. I'm not saying any names, but it needs to be elevated. Oh, there's a branch right in front of me. This is one of Cello's training perch. We got a workshop taking place here a week from tomorrow. And we will be, this is Cello's perch. We're going to teach people to how to start a recall and whatever. Here's another perch. This looks like this is from the half of it has fallen down. We need to get out here this week and get this put back up. This is not just limited, hey, I see a lemur running around. This is not just for birds. So anyways, we have an Amazon here that does eat bark. So we provide bark for her. Let's see, we got the crate on the table because for those of you that are enrolled in our membership program, here at the Animal Behavior Center, our online program, we're getting ready to start a session, a whole month on crate training animals. So let me show you, like my work shoes? We can do that here. And go in here and show you what we did with the awesome Molly. I took videos of what I'll post the videos what I did here, but she was digging these branches, smelling. I mean, the scent for her seems to be a big deal. She was eating some of it. You know, we could even hang foraging toys on it. Oh, she's licking it. Let's see. I brought you something. Let's have a little positive reinforcement for the audience. Anyways, I thought I'd put some tree branches in there and see what she did. She was all about them. It was pretty cool. I took a video. I'll post it after I get done here. Let's see, we got some t-shirts from the awesome Tracy Hilka, Bella Embroidery. A little shout out to Tracy. Okay, what else? Any other natural enrichment in here besides our walls and our ceiling? Let's take you in. What are you doing? Let's take you into, pay attention to my scope on Saturday with the Pet Scope TV. Monique, if you're still on here. I don't know if, just know everybody's quiet, nobody's commenting anymore. But yeah, let's see. Let me take you out here. Hi. So let's go back here. I'll show you what I did with the different animals back here. Come in. Okay, so we've got this gym up here. We've got a new resident we are preparing for, right, Rico? And we're not going to say what it is yet. It's going to be about a year, but it's something I've been doing my research on for, let's see, at least 6 years. So we're preparing. So anyways, Murray is going to be moved out here. This will be his full-time home. I just placed a branch up here to see what Rocky would do. He does like chewing. Right now he's chewing the bark. A lot of birds like to just chew the bark off of. This is a quick, fast form of enrichment. Is everybody still there? Because I'm not seeing anybody's comments. I'm sure it's there. If the Facebook comments froze again, I'll answer you guys or talk to you guys if there's any questions once the live stream's over. Let's see, so I was gonna put this in the budgie cage, but they seem to be very afraid of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just start cutting off pieces for the budgies, and then once we're done, the whole branch will go in. So let me take you and show you, because their cage is full of branches, as not necessarily enrichment, but perches. So the perch they're on right now was from some arbovita that we cut down at the front of the center. Let's see, looks like there's another perch over there, but I think that one was purchased. Let me take you into some of the other cages and I'll show you. Okay, so yeah, Eva just PM'd, private messaged me and said people are commenting, but you know what, guys? Sometimes this happens. The comments freeze on me. It's so frustrating. Oh well. So I'm gonna have to go back through afterwards and address your guys' questions or comments. I'm sorry. Anyways, this is Rico's cage. He has, let's see, we do use some 2x4s, and we just provide a wide variety of different types of perches. I don't go in Rico's cage with a camera because all attention needs to be on Rico. Eva, I just want to give you a shout out and say thank you for messaging me. So here's his for now, just for now. These are some perches that when we trimmed trees when we first moved here. There they are. So we take them in and clean them, and sometimes we take them down, sit them in the corner, and then we put them back up later. This looks like a sycamore tree that came from my sister's house when sheer winds pretty much killed her sycamore tree. Let's see, Suki, look at her. In the jungle, the mighty, whoa. Hey, you're supposed to be in the jungle. You're supposed to be in the jungle. Get back in your jungle. Anyways, so where I place it depends on, oh, Rocky, that is so pretty. So anyways, you can see a lot of her perches are natural branches. That looks like a willow branch. She has a natural branch back there. That looks like another willow branch. And all of these branches, that's very nice, Rock. All of these branches that we put in here, I'll probably come in and hang some of these tomorrow, but look at the base of these. These would make great swings, great perches. Nice, it's a nice size perch for an Amazon. And then we got Mr. Murray. My internet gets shaky back here. So I hung one of his branches. This is his willow branch from today. I hung it, but you see there's also a big swing that we made out of a sycamore branch from my sister's tree. He's on another sycamore. There's certain perches in birds' cages that we never change, and this would be his. It's usually their sleeping perches. Their sleeping perches we don't mess with because we don't want to cause stress at night, right? Good point, Kathy. Kathy, just if you guys private message me because I can see your guys' private messages coming through. Kathy just said, please mention safe woods. Good point, Kathy. There are unsafe woods, there are safe woods, and you know where I go to look up my safe woods and my unsafe woods for birds is Planned Parenthood, PARROTHOOD.com, plannedparenthood.com. That's where I've gone for my list of safe and toxic plants, safe and toxic woods. So look at that. That is going to be, once he destroys all those branches, if he doesn't destroy them, I will cut them off as they begin dying. And then you've got this awesome perch. That is a macaw-sized perch. That's a macaw perch. Who told you that? Okay, so I'm gonna head into Rockies Cage and show you what I did here. So Rico's, I'll hang that tomorrow. I'm gonna take this out tonight because I always look based on individual animals here. Rico has a history of, if you, this is by process of elimination and experimentation, right, Rico? If you rearrange his cage, I just try too close before his roosting time, his bedtime at night, I posted something about anthropomorphism, and holy crap, is it getting quite the controversy. But hey, that's how we learn, right? Anyways, bedtime, yeah. We don't have beds, we have perches. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, if you change it, this is where Rico, this is his roosting perch at night. This is where he sleeps at night. So that does change because he should see what he does to that 2x4. Those are untreated 2x4s that are, see those little mounds? They chew around them. So that provides varying perch sizes. But anyways, so that perch, that's a sleeping perch that will come out once he destroys it. We'll replace it with a new 2x4. He just touched the leaf like, eck, ew, get it out of here. So that perch will stay. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh, about him sleeping. Whether you guys believe in night frights or not, I'm gonna say he will have that. Let me explain what he does. In the middle of the night, he'll scream, fly or fall to the ground. and he tends to do it. I've tried to figure out when he does it. He tends to do it. He's only done it here at the center since we've been here a little over 3 years now, maybe 4 times total. When I lived and had them in the house with me, he used to do it probably once a month. So by process of elimination, what I figured out I think what I figured out was I don't put enrichment or move things inside of his cage too close before he roosts for the night, because I'm assuming he wakes up and sees something new and freaks out, and I guarantee you, I leave this tree in here tonight, I will be making a trip in my jammies to the animal room at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because he will freak out and fly. And the parrots can't see well at night. So anyways, on forward motion. Here is the last cage. This is Rockies Cage. He's getting ready to get moved back in here. I meant to move him in here before the live stream so I could show you what he would do to this. So what I did was I hung it from the ceiling of his cage, and I hung it somewhat. I tried to get Rocky to the back of his cage, and Sakatu from the Oasis. I tried to get him to the back of the cage. Now, I do know that Rocky does not being low in front of windows. He will not perch there. So we put this perch here, we raised it high. Anyways, I put this next to his 2x4. He loves his 2x4. I put this next to his 2x4 so he can come in and destroy this. And he will pick every branch off of here. Yep, easy peasy enrichment. Let's see, anything else I'm forgetting? So there's Murray Station, that's a sycamore tree. Where I'm just always looking for enrichment for animals. Mila was chewing on some of the leaves. Cool, great. Anyways, I would ask you guys if you have any questions, but I can't answer them because I can't see them. Why you always gotta chime in, huh? Anyways, if you have questions, I'm gonna go back through once this live stream's over. I gotta feed everybody real quick, and then I'll go in and address any questions you guys have. So yeah, if you have questions, ask them here, or go to the animalbehaviorcenter.com and click on contact us, and those are the emails I usually answer first, after the emails from those enrolled in the membership program. So anyways, I'll be writing a blog, or not a blog post, but a newsletter this weekend. Hopefully I'll have it mailed out on Monday or Tuesday. And I forgot what I was gonna write it on, but I posted on Facebook that I was gonna write it on. But anyways, that should go out. If you guys aren't on our email newsletter list, you might wanna be. And you can sign up at theanimalbehaviorcenter.com. Yay, did you guys see the giraffe I was training yesterday? It was so cool. All right, peace out guys. Happy Thursday night. See you guys. Rocky! Rocky! Ah.